Hey, welcome to HR Happy Hour Work Break. You are here live with Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Hey, Trish McFarlane, how are you today?
I'm good. Do you see how late this is?
It's very late. I know we've had crazy days.
I don't think we can call it a work break.
I'm going to tell you what, it's fine. It's after happy hour here, so I'll address that in a second. But if I may, Trish, I want to sort of follow up on something we talked about yesterday,
Sure.
which was the iconic men's and women's fashion brand Brooks Brothers.
Yes.
Emerging from bankruptcy, has a new buyer, and is looking for a new lead designer. We talked about this yesterday.
We did.
Throwing my hat in the ring, okay?
Okay.
And so last night I stayed up very late and started working on this project a little bit. And so if I may show you, here's a couple of my preliminary sketches for some new ideas. This is like sort of smart casual.
No.
Printer here, but yeah, so I got a couple of ideas there. And then, for formal wear, kind of a mixture here, a few things. So I'm on the case, Trish. I feel like some of these things could hit. I got, smart, casual, a little dressy, a little high end. I got a tuxedo in my line. I'm working this pretty hard.
Steve, did you draw those?
Yeah. Well, possibly I drew them.
And I have to say, your fashion today, is that representative of your line? I noticed you're wearing a tie.
Well, Trish, had we been able to get together and do this a little earlier, you would have had the rest of the nicer outfit. It got late, got after here. I was kind of checked out. I wanted to sit outside. It is still very, very hot here.
I love it.
So I did switch to the happy hour cut-off sleeve shirt, but I wanted to just rep the tie a little bit. So since we talked about yesterday, I've got like 77 ties that haven't come out.
Every day a new tie?
I don't know every day, but I'm glad I still remembered how to tie it. There was a moment of indecision when I put it around my neck here 5 minutes ago, and I didn't do this again. So,
well, you look very dapper.
All right, maybe I should tweet the picture out.
I think you should tweet the pictures. You look very dapper.
Well, thank you.
I know you've heard that before.
I have heard it before. Although I knew it today. I was on Zoom literally all day today, Trish.
Did you wear the tie?
I did not, but I did like 17 software demos today. I felt like it wasn't that many. I felt like it, and I thought, man, I gotta probably catch a shave again here soon. But that's me. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm actually back home, and you know what? I pulled out the lean over here, the HR Happy Hour new logo.
I love the logo.
You know why? Because
I need a
honest
logo. I
don't know about you, but I listen to a lot of podcasts. I do. There are so many that I enjoy that I listen to on the regular. And one thing I notice is they're constantly asking you to subscribe, and we never do that. We really never do that.
I kind of, if someone's listening, they've already subscribed, or is that not really fair to assume?
Well, no, because I think sometimes you listen. So my thing is I'm going to actually make the ask. So if you're listening to this today and you don't subscribe to the HR Happy Hour, not just the podcast, but our whole network, right? So we have Madeline Lorano's show. We have George LaRock's show. We do all kinds of special shows with different vendors, different series on topics, things like that. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to the HR Happy Hour or the HR Happy Hour on Alexa, they are both available. So
I did one this morning, as a matter of fact, on the Alexa.
Yeah. So please be a subscriber as well. Don't just watch us on here. Obviously this is fun. This is
Cash, based on like all that hard work we did over the whenever and Karen Hunter's work as well. HRHappyHour.net has all this stuff on it. All the shows, all the media properties, everything is there. So if you go to HRHappyHour.net, you can find anything you want there. And links to do what you're talking about there. Which
yes, I'll also, just one thing to mention about that, and I use this all the time. I even use my own blog or your blog like this, and other blogs that I had followed over the years too, maybe even people that aren't writing as much, like a search function, like a really highly specialized Google almost for HR. So, if there's a topic that you're thinking about or that you're struggling with at work, go to HRHappyHour.net and actually just search it, because we have probably done a show or 2 or 3 or however many about that topic with some experts. And so it's just a good resource in general. So just wanted to give a little plug today. We never do that.
I'm really proud of the HR Happy Hour, Trish, all the stuff we've done over the years. And thank you for bringing that up. So one other thing I wanted to mention, Trish, I know it's late and it is real happy hour here, and so
I have nothing to drink.
I made a cocktail. I had a 5-minute warning before we did this. I managed the simplest cocktail in the world, a gin and tonic. Nothing special about that, except, Trish, what is special about this is the tonic, which is probably the most important thing in the gin and tonic. You must go to the Fever Tree.
Yes, I agree with that.
And I recommend the cucumber infused.
No, see, I haven't tried that one.
Fever Tree, absolutely essential for an excellent gin and tonic. So I'm sorry, Trish, I can't toast you. I will toast myself. I'll toast you virtually. Cheers.
Toast yourself. I am going to, it's funny, you're mentioning gin and tonic, and I am a big fan of gin and tonic. And so I don't have one here with me. And we didn't plan this, so I just pulled it up on my phone. Have you heard of Long Drink? LONG drink?
I've not heard of that one.
I don't even know where exactly you can get it. It's probably hit and miss, but we'll have to Google it. But I've had it. It's called the Finnish, FINNISH, as in Finland. Finnish Long Drink, Legend of 1952. I'm going to show you here.
Yeah, hold it up just a bit more. There you go. Okay, got it.
Okay, the Long Drink, and it is a gin and tonic in a can, which may sound kind of gross. It is not gross. They have the regular one is a really refreshing grapefruit flavor. And I tried a cranberry one. So a cranberry gin and tonic. It was so good. So I highly recommend. I know they sell them in Ohio. Maybe we should do a shout out to our friends, Frank and Tammy Zupan, and see if they have ever tried this and if they can get them for us.
All right, we'll check that. I'll go look. I did a little review of the inventory when I made this cocktail 5 minutes ago. I probably am due to go out and resupply here over the weekend. So I'll do a little reconnaissance here in North Carolina. There was one thing I saw on one of the Friday shows. I'm not sure if it was one we did together or it might have been one I did with Madeline when we did a real cocktail hour. And I made a Negroni, which was just lovely and great. It's an excellent drink. It's a gin drink. I did see that there's a place, I think it's out of Brooklyn, a distillery, that is selling Box O Negroni, kind of like box wine, but Box O Negroni, with the little cardboard in the tap. I haven't seen that around here yet, but probably a cool idea as well. If you're having a party and, whenever you can have a party again and have a few folks over and want to start slinging Negronis from a box, that's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea, but I'll tell you what, we can't have it at my house because I need to do some research, but Illinois, there are several counties, 6 counties. My county is one of them. We're going the other direction now with our numbers are going up for the past 9 days. Hospitalizations are up as well for the last, I think, 3 or 4. And we are about to move back to as much as phase 2, which is shutdown. So
It's awful. It's so sad to hear. North Carolina, where I live, has sat in phase 2 for weeks and weeks and weeks. We never moved out of it. Yep. And it'll probably be here forever. But, we talked about this once on the show. It's I don't know, though. I think some things are just going to be irreparably changed by this. I saw
absolutely.
On the Alexa show today, I talked about Salesforce, right? And here's interesting. Salesforce is one of the great tech companies in America, one of the great companies in the world. They developed a whole suite of applications designed to help employers safely and efficiently and carefully and thoughtfully return their employees to work, right? Today or yesterday, I think it was probably, Salesforce themselves announced they're extending their work from home out into the middle of 2021 because it's just things are going badly in a lot of places in the world and in the country for sure. It's sad to think, but I think we're going to be dealing with this much, much further into 2021 than perhaps we expected. And I feel I don't want to make this the COVID-19 show, but I haven't heard much about the vaccine lately. I felt there was a flurry of hey, we're going to have a vaccine any day now.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about that lately. So I don't know.
I don't know. And I'll be honest with you. I was talking with someone else about this today as well. And my response was, because they were asking about next year and next spring events, things like that. And I said, you know what? They're not going to happen. It's just my prediction. But really, when you think about it, you and I have both been planners of many events. We used to do HR Evolution together. We did 9 times, I think. Even an HR Evolution took a solid 4 months to plan. And that was a much smaller event. So when you think about something that size or bigger, that means they really have to start planning by November to get something done in March or April.
Yeah.
And by November, I don't see any big company saying, hey, yeah, let's go ahead and plan some big event. I just don't. So
Yeah.
I think we're a year away from real travel. And you're right. I think some things will never come back. But what I'm curious is, have you seen this too? I just, before I joined the live stream, saw a commercial for a movie. And I apologize. It's some teenage love drama, medical. I don't know. I don't even know the name of it. I wasn't paying that close attention. But the first, their advertising is like, hey, this is the first movie that's going to be back out in theaters. Have you heard that people are going back to theaters?
I feel like that's one of the last places I'd feel like going to.
I would not go to a movie theater. Yeah. No, not at all.
Yeah, I just one thing I wanted to mention before it gets stale, Trish, and this is just a weird kind of meteorological kind of statement. The temperature in Death Valley, Trish, to change the subject,
okay,
130 degrees the other day, right? About the highest ever recorded, and we think the highest ever kind of provable recorded temperature on planet Earth ever.
Really?
That's not the interesting thing, Trish. In this article, I also read that about 300 people actually live in Death Valley year-round, which I had no idea. Some of the people work in the weather station. There's other things that happen in Death Valley. There are people who live there year-round in 130-degree temperature. I
have not been there. My in-laws used to vacation and go through Death Valley, and so I know there are gas stations there, at least at a minimum, right?
There's a golf course there, Trish, and people work on maintaining it. Can you believe that? Let's go play around. It's only about 125. Let's hit the ball around.
No humidity, though. It's a dry heat. It's a dry.
Never mind.
On that note, thank you for everyone who watches this every single day, whether it's Steve and I, or whether it's one of us with Karen or Madeline. We love it. We love doing this. We love sharing the afternoon with you. We're sorry today is so late, but better late than never. Anyway, all right. Well, Steve, have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you.
And we'll see everyone back here tomorrow. Bye.